Hey, what's up, guys? It's Richie from Boston. It's 8:15. I've been up since 5:30 this morning, and it's been a long day. I'll tell you what. I was laying on my back out in the driveway, shockingly enough, right? Shocking. You're shocked. I know you are. You see what I mean? All day. Pretty cold out. Laying on my back all day. It is what it is. But here's the deal. The entire day I'm laying on my back. While I'm working, I'm thinking about God. And I'm thinking about where we're at right now. For real. All day. Every day. It's all I think about since this entire thing started, because this is real. This isn't a game. We're not automatically saved just because we believe. And I'll tell you what. Check this out. This is crazy. While I'm working, I'm listening to an audio book called... Well, here's two of the last books I've been listening to. I started listening to this, but the guy that narrates it, I don't know, it's tough to listen to. And you know that I listened to this by Howard Storm. And then I'm listening to A Divine Revelation of Hell. Now, this woman claims that Jesus came to her over a period of 30 nights and took her to hell and showed her the whole thing and said he commissioned her to write a book about hell. And I'm listening to it and I'm thinking to myself, you know, she sees these people and they're sitting there and the demons are having their way with them and they have worms eating their way through these people. And I'm thinking, this is incredibly horrible what this woman's describing. These torments are incredibly horrible. What kind of person would create life, allow a fallen angel to run the entire show, Satan, allow a fallen angel to give power, money, and such to men who can affect our lives in every single solitary way from the moment that we are born? We're born into their system. And we're dealing with someone that watched God create everything. That's the story, correct? And I'm thinking, so people didn't really have a chance in the first place, but they end up in hell, and it's the worst place ever. And it's not just the absence of God. According to things like this and this, these people are being beaten, raped, burned, and eaten by worms. And I'm thinking, why would God do that? Why would God do that? Because he knows our story from the beginning to the end. So why would he even let us be born if we're going to end up in hell? Do you see what I'm saying? So I finish up what I'm doing, which was this. Yeah, it's small under there, so it's tough for an old guy. But I did it. But the whole time I'm working, I'm thinking about this. So when I'm done, it's about 6 o'clock, 10 past 6. I take my mountain bike for a ride because it's 49 degrees, so I ride down the beach. And the whole time I'm on my bike, I'm praying out loud to God, saying, according to what I just heard, Jesus says to people, you said you loved me with your mouth or your words, but you didn't love me in your heart. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm 54. I've been single for years because I know what's wrong with me. I don't know how to love because that's something you learn from your parents or whomever. I learned the exact opposite. I'm not complaining about it, but it is what it is. I know how I am. I know who I am. So I can't love anything. So I've been asking since this whole entire COVID thing started, because I saw the writing on the wall and I know what this is, which is why I spend all my time doing this and working on a vehicle, because I got to keep busy or I'll lose my mind. I'm not going to sit here watching YouTube videos about everybody. I don't watch them anymore. There's no need to. This is all happening. Nothing's going to stop it. And this is all that matters. So I'm riding my mountain bike, and I left my house at 10 past 6. I'm halfway down the beach, and I get an email from somebody at 6:32, which was exactly when I was praying. I don't know this dude at all. This is what I sent to him. This is the email I replied to him. Right here. I said, what made you send this to me? I've never seen your name before. I'm really asking. And what he sent me was today at 6:32. Sorry, Pete, whatever. And he sent me this link right here, which is It's basically this. Actually, it's not this, but it's based on this. And this is what I was saying while I was praying. I said, Jesus, you told me to ask, you said to knock, you to seek, and you will open the door. I've been blessed in many arenas. In many arenas, not so much. I spend almost all of my time completely and utterly alone, by choice. I just do. I don't know any people that are awake around here. It is what it is. But he gave me a PDF, and I'm going to leave it in the description, and you're going to want to check this PDF out. Do not judge, or you will be judged. Well, I judge all the time. It's in our nature. It's in the fabric of our community. You know what I mean? There's so many things like this. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the path that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But the small gate is the gate, and the narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. People like to walk around saying that I believe, so I'm saved. It doesn't work like that, because I'll tell you what, as much as I get blessed, etc., blah, 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 I got a lot of things going for me, and I understand that. It's all good. But I'll tell you what, I listen to people make videos saying, God put this on my heart, and Jesus came to me and said this. I've never had that happen. I've seen demons in this lifetime, without a doubt, straight up, no two ways about it. I've seen demons, which is why I know God is real. But I know God is real even if I didn't see demons, because I see a great horned owl, and how a great horned owl matches the tree that he perches in perfectly. I see butterflies. I see the wonder in a child's eyes. Things like that. I know there's a God because the fingerprint of God, the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence is absolutely everywhere. And if science wasn't taken over by corporations, scientists would tell you what they used to tell you. Of course there's a God, but they don't say that anymore. Long story longer. There's a lot going on. And like I said, in the description, I'm going to leave a PDF. Read it. It's lengthy. It goes on for a long time, and I think it's worthwhile, because if you think you're saved, you may not be. You may not be. And a lot of people, don't say that. Richie says things, blah blah blah. Yeah. I'm not listening to people that are still talking about politicians and still talking about things are going to be good. We are exactly where they want us to be right now. COVID is not over. It'll re-up. It'll come back in like a week or so. China's already locked down 9 million people. England's already saying there's a flood of 10,000. And now the country with the least amount of vaccinated people is going to be the number one country sending refugees to other countries, Ukraine. So there it is right there. This is all going to come back. This is just like when BLM was rioting, COVID went away. This is stage 2 to shut down everything else. But that's neither here nor there. Read this PDF. There's a lot to it. I just started reading it, and I cannot help but notice that while I am praying at the exact same time, some dude that I don't know ever at all emailed me exactly what I was praying, saying, what do I do here? This was the answer. This is the very first sentence on here. Are you kidding me? This is all I had in my head all day, and nobody knew that. This dude don't know me. So I'm going to say God's answering. Apparently, this is how he answers, but this is serious. This is hardcore. This is for real. Many, many will come in my name. Jesus will say, depart from me. I never knew you. We must find out why these souls were rejected, who they really were, and what they should have done to prevent it. Make no mistake about the severity of these comments from the lips of Christ. These souls face eternal ruin, to be cast out forever with no recourse, no mercy, no clemency. It's serious. I mean, it's serious. I'm listening to this, and I don't know if this is real or not, because Eve is the one that got us into all this in the first place. She was beguiled by the serpent. He was cunning. He was otherworldly. She was naive. She was beguiled. She bit the fruit and then tricked Adam into doing it. And that's why we're in this boat. But in this book, she's telling us that Jesus told her to go and preach. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Jesus would tell a woman to go and preach. Do you see what I'm saying? But at any rate, it doesn't matter, because any account you hear of somebody that's been visited to hell, blah, 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 even Dante's Inferno, which I read last year, it's bad. It isn't just punishment or you can't go to heaven. It's horrendous. It's horrible. It's the worst thing you've ever heard of, and that don't sound like something God would do. But I ain't taking any chances, and you shouldn't either. At any rate, I'll leave you links for this. Check it out, or don't. Just keep believing and hoping that everything's all right. But I'll tell you what, every minute of every day, this is what I'm thinking about, to the point where people are emailing me what I'm thinking somehow. I'm out.